Hello everyone, this is Local Government in Perspective, a political program on Brandedge TV. Today we are at Njikoka Local Government Area for an interactive section with the Njikoka Local Government Area Chairman in the person of Honorable Clem Aguiyi. My name is Njikoka and I welcome you to our program.
So when you think about photo shoot, what comes to your mind? Lights, camera, action, right? Well, Brandedge is here to change the narrative. You want to think about relaxation, comfort, and glam. That is what they are here for. First of all, they take you to a VIP lounge or more. You go relax your back. Then they move you to the makeup studio for complete glam. This one is not being so. They will give you a flawless makeup. Move on to the photo studio. That's where the magic happens. We have professional photographers that will help you strike the best pose you can ever imagine. Come and book us today, and of course we're going to make your event fun and memorable.
Hello everyone, this is Local Government in Perspective, an interactive program on politics with Brandedge TV. Today we are having an interactive section at Njikoka Local Government Area with the chairman of Njikoka Local Government and the person of Honorable Clem Aguiyi. Good day, sir.
Good day.
Okay, please can you introduce yourself or tell us a little more about yourself, sir?
My name is Clem Aguiyi, the transition chairman in Njikoka Local Government Area. I'm from Brandedge, precisely, and serving the Njikoka 6 communities as the transition chairman. I'm a teacher, I'm a lawyer, I'm a journalist, and I describe myself as a man of many parts. And some people also say that I'm a politician. I prefer to call myself a teacher.
Thank you very much for that, sir. We've heard so much about your joint stride and how you have tried to improve on the project in Njikoka Local Government. Please, can you tell us about this signature project of yours, Njikoka Amaka?
Yeah, I will describe what we're doing so far in Njikoka as a very humble start, and we're trying to build back a local government that we met in a state of despair. And we try to touch so many things at the same time, but our focal area is how to keep Njikoka clean. Waste management remains a very significant aspect of what we're doing, because people have developed the culture of throwing waste here and there and not handling their waste properly. And if we want to do the urban regeneration of the current administration, the clean, green environment, it means therefore that we have to get the people to take ownership of their environment, and that begins from how do you manage your waste, right? Beginning from your home to your businesses and to the public. So I can say that Njikoka have the right thinking. We are doing our best to make sure that we change the people's mentality, the people's attitude to how they throw waste and how they handle their waste. Because before now, we have dump sites all over the place. We have litter points all over the place. Even this local government was like a huge waste dump. But we've been able to, by the grace of God and with determination and courage, to terminate all the waste dump sites in Njikoka and replace them with collection points, sorting sites. So we don't have litter points in Njikoka, so we don't come anywhere and litter. We don't have dumping sites, so you don't have to come to anywhere in Njikoka to dump your waste. So what we have are collection points and sorting sites. And these sorting sites are where we sort the degradable and the non-degradable. The degradable ones is either we bury them or we burn them or we sell them for recycling, because they are non-degradable. And the degradable ones we turn to compost manure so that can be the organic fertilizer. Our final objective with our composting size is to start bagging compost, so that Njikoka will become one of the first places to start producing organic manure in a commercial form. And we're working seriously in that direction. And I'm very happy that the communities the people are keen in that concept, building back compost sites. Even that when we are going the different schools we attended, we had compost sites, and these things are all gone. So we're bringing back the compost site back to the schools, back to the communities, and back to local government, so that at the end of the day, we're able to have organic manure. Especially now that the government is trying to phase out nitric fertilizer from our agriculture and replacing with organic manure. So we are moving ahead and trying to be on top of the situation in terms of water management and cleanliness. So it's a win-win situation of how well we do it, so long as we have the environment sustainable.
Okay, I must say it's a very interesting one, so keep it up. All right, in terms of sports, okay, how do you plan to empower the community in sports and recreational activities?
We have a very huge population of youths in Njikoka, and scattered in every community. So, and we try to encourage sporting activities among these youths. Our Njikoka sports competition that is ongoing among the various communities in Njikoka, and we're participating also in the state sports fiesta that is ongoing. And we're trying to bring back life to the young people, so that I can have a memory. When I was growing up, I know that we used to have it. We used to go and play Egray and even more and all those stuffs. But now, those events are no longer there. Those life are no longer there. So we're trying to bring back those life. Recover back the other, because people have built into the village squares where people used to come and all those things are all gone now. But we are trying to bring it back. And part of the cardinal projects I'm trying to do in Njikoka is to build the leisure parks. It's mapped out, plans are already there, and we have a leisure park, a recreational ground for children to come and play, to come and family to bring their children, so that children can come and have fun and memory. We're trying to create it there, and I think in the next 1 or 2 months it will be all standing, because already we have the plan in place. We have the private sector participation that wants to come in to make sure that we do that. And this idea came during the Children's Day, May 27th. Schools came around for their march past, and the kids came because they saw bare grass of the field. They were playing, and they didn't want to go home. And I said to myself, so when they have a jungle, they have a sliding, they have this, they have bouncing castle, they have a trampoline. That means they will play for the next week. So I was okay, we'll create a leisure park so they can have fun and family can bring their children. And when you talk about leisure here, we only have to go and drink and eat, go to head and eat fish. That's not what we're trying to create. We're trying to bring back life to the communities so that children can have also a space. We're trying to build an all-inclusive system in the local government whereby everybody is taken care of. We must have seen recently where when a video went viral where a daughter was molesting or assaulting the mother. It happened in Abagana in Njikoka. And I can tell you that what you saw in that viral video, we took action against the lady. She's in court. But what has happened is a symptom of just what's happening in society. We also have, and I don't think that's an isolated case, because we have many old people, vulnerable people that are in the same situation, like that old lady I saw that viral video. So that they're not speaking up, so nobody's speaking for them. So we are trying to also think along the line of social orientation, so that we can educate people about how to take care of the elders, and also Alzheimer and dementia that can come with old age, so that people can understand when this dementia setting with the old people, you don't have to treat them like they are not human beings anymore, like we saw in that viral video. So we need that social orientation, and we need also to think ahead. If we have orphanages, we can also have old people's home, so we can have an all-inclusive society where the strong and the weak are part of the whole plan that we are trying to build. And if with God we are giving us the time and the strength and the life, I believe we'll be able to, in the next 6 months or 1 year, be able to have a good policy in place in Njikoka that is all-inclusive, all aspects of our society. Everybody in our society in Njikoka here will have at least a stake and also a care being provided for them. So we're using that woman's case as also a testing ground to be able to look beyond what happened in that viral video and see it as a malaise the society that need to be taken care of. And I can tell you that building an all-inclusive governance, an all-inclusive policy, an all-inclusive system is very, very essential if we must build the society back to normal.
Okay, thank you very much, sir, on that. The fact that there's inclusion in your project is a very good one because it will give everybody a sense of belonging. So that is a good one. Okay, to our next question. In terms of security, how do you plan to ensure security of lives and properties in these towns that make up Njikoka local government area, sir?
We actually have 6 communities that comprise Njikoka, and security is very, very important. And in fact, one of the most important aspects of governance is providing security for lives and properties, as well as looking after the people's welfare. And we take security in Njikoka very, very important. What we try to do is to make sure first that we're able to resolve conflicts that exist in various communities, so that the entire union and educational institution are able to work in harmony. Because when the town is in peace with itself, they begin to talk about their own security arrangement. Because the actual security is at the grassroots level, at the community level, where we have the community vigilantes that are working to protect their society. And when people take ownership of the society, of their own space, you find out that you have solved half of the security problems. So every community will have in Njikoka have their standing areas, and we have been able to resolve conflicts that exist in the town unions so that they can now strengthen their local vigilantes, and they're working very, very hard, and they're working in synergy with the 40-man strike force that has been established by the local government also. The 40-man strike force are kind of a rapid response team that respond to emergencies to beef up security where there is a gap in any community, because we assume that every community should have at least 20 to 30 vigilant officers. So if there's anything happening in any community, we're able to call back up from the strike force as a reinforcement before the police will come in. And we work in synergy with the police. We have 2 police divisions in Njikoka, Abagana and Nini, and we're trying to do all we can to boost back their morale by making the police feel important, that very important to us. Forget about what has happened in the past, where they have their stations burnt, have policemen killed. They're not here, but it kind of demoralize them. So we're trying to rebuild that confidence that people have with the police, so that we can assist the police recover and the regroup. And part of the challenges that we have is that none of the 2 police stations that we have in Njikoka has a personal vehicle. But we have been able to mobilize stakeholders, and we're putting our hands together to ensure that at least the police in Njikoka, Nemo and Abagana, and the strike force were able to have operational vehicles, communication equipment, so that they can respond to distress whenever they are called. So we are taking the security issues very, very serious, and that is why in Njikoka is a little bit quiet when compared to what is happening in other places. Not that we don't have occasional incidents of crime, it does happen, but most of the crime that try to happen here, we're able to stop them and move them to the board.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. What improvements or expansions are you planning for the local healthcare services?
The health of the people is very, very important to us. We are very much invested in the health of our people. I want to thank Mr. Governor Charles for also doing a major renovation work or the construction and upgrading the general hospital in Enugu to be a major health specialist hospital with consultants and every other thing. We also have in the local level, we have the primary health centers that are serving the needs of the communities, and there have been so many activities going on, providing them with medical drugs. The government have been able to recruit nurses and doctors. Some of them have been posted to these health centers, even though we need more of the specialist doctors to be posted to primary health centers to beef up the quality of healthcare delivery that people are getting. I've taken a tour of most of the primary health centers, and I've also seen their challenges and also seen their needs. And we're talking to the State Ministry of Health with regards to the cost of medication that are being offered to people, because we find out that the government to supply hospital medications are being more expensive than what people are buying in the chemists and pharmacy stores. So, and we've taken that matter up with the Ministry of Health, and they are working on the revolving scheme to make sure that the prices of drugs comes down. And we also have the challenge of, in the past, when there were no nurses and no doctors, people stopped visiting the primary healthcare centers. But now that we have the doctors and nurses, some people still think we don't have these nurses and doctors. They're still living in the old that, oh, there's no doctor, there is no nurse. But now we have all these things in place, and we're encouraging people to go and take advantage of that. And the government also have this Anambra State health insurance scheme. A lot of people are still ignorant. I'm not kidding. And we're doing a campaign in the communities to make sure that they key into the insurance scheme. And they're also encouraging the well-to-do in our society, people who can afford it, to take up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 people and pay for their health insurance for the year. And they go to access the scheme and get good health care delivery. Because health, they say, is wealth. And I know that many of the opportunity diseases that people are suffering are something that we can actually contain within our environment. And because of this opportunity diseases, people are getting sick and people are dying. And that's why the issue of environment is very critical to our government, because if we have a quality environment, we have a quality health care, we'll be able to prolong the life of the citizen. There's nothing wrong with anybody can live for 150 years in the Njikoka local government. And with good environment, good health care delivery, and good nutritional values, and good information about how you take care of your life. You can live as long as their God permits them. So we're doing our best to make sure that we have good health, and we thank the government for what he has done so far when it comes to these issues we're talking about.
In the sector of education, what initiatives do you have in place to improve the education system in the local government?
Yeah, first of all, let me say that the best investment anybody can do into the future is invest in education. We're looking at a situation where we have an education that will provide people with the life surviving skills that they actually need. So, but you understand also that the universal basic education is only in the care of the local government, is in the care of the state, and by the but even at that, we in the local government are also taking steps to see that we're able to be part of the curriculum that the students are having. So we go to the schools, we inspect and see the quality of teachers they have, we see the quality of the curriculum, we see the participation of the students, and then we see the areas we come in. And we are also coming in areas of trying to mobilize the stakeholders' commitment in taking ownership of these schools and providing better teaching and learning environments. We have put in our energy and invested in areas where we have dilapidated classrooms and no chairs in classrooms, and we're able to provide some of these things and some of where they are lacking. And we're also doing in schools where we have teachers without students. We have enough teachers, we don't have enough students. You know, these are challenges also, because before now we had a situation where we had no teachers in school, and the parents would withdraw their children from the schools and put them in private schools. And now that government have recruited and they have enough teachers, to bring back those children becomes an issue. And now also public schools are competing with missionary schools, churches. Almost every church has a school, and usually every church take their own people to become their students who will go down to the government school. So the only way we can compete effectively with them and make sure that government school remains top is the quality of education that people are having from government school. You know, over the years, people have looked down to government public schools as not providing the best. But now I can tell you that the schools that we have now have better teachers, are well equipped. The changing that mentality is also something that is taking a while, and that's why we're having a lot of community engagements and sensitization to let them know that look, these schools now have teachers, and they have qualified teachers, even more than better qualified teachers that you have in the private schools. And also letting the churches to be aware that it's not enough to take the students away from public schools and put in your own church school. That's every child needs to be able to have a school where they have mixed people to be able to interact and become better citizens. Because at the end of the day, you know, whether you are Anglican or a Catholic or a Pentecostal, you need to grow up in society and interact with people from other faiths.
Yes.
So these are things we are dealing with, but it's also something that a battle I know that with time we are going to win and defeat it. So we do our best in that regards.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
What is your approach to town union and affairs and community engagement?
Well, this is a very important aspect of our administration as a local government, because for us to be able to succeed as a local council, we must have to be able to have a good rapport with the communities. For most of the projects that we're mainstreaming it down to the communities. So what we've tried to do in Njikoka is to ensure that the current policy of democratizing town union governments are achieved. So almost all the town unions in Njikoka local government has an elected executive members. So that's the democracy in the town unions. And then we'll have resolved their conflicts between the town unions and traditional councils, apply their existing clauses and cases in court, be able to resolve them. Just last week, we dealt with the new agri issue that's been lingering on and is settled. And now, having done that, the engagement starts. And I want you to also understand that our society was built on citizenship participation, civic responsibilities, where big citizens came together and were able to build the primary schools, build the secondary schools, build the boreholes and water, build the health centers. Most of these things that we see in our communities were built by people, by the communities themselves, not by government actually. And now, for some time now, these things have slowed down. And what we have now in most communities are conflicts. So we are reversing the trend, so that can bring in that era of big citizens, that people can come together and pool their resources together and carry the projects of the community and take ownership. Because we have situations in the past where even government projects that are done in communities, these government projects are not being owned by the people, so they end up being vandalized. And also have the situation where government comes and site projects without consulting the communities, and these projects end up being wasted efforts. Right now we are doing what we call the community choose their project. So the community choose their project that they want, the local council will come and implement it, and then hand it over to the community, and they have control and ownership of these projects. And we do this also, what gives us the greatest joy is when we find citizens that are willing to participate along with us to execute a particular project. People's involvement is very important, and that's why here we have a lot of social engagements with the different town unions, different women sectors, different youth sectors, different business sectors. We continue to meet at every level and continue to exchange ideas, and that's what gave rise to the Njikoka business enterprise. You know, the business enterprise is where we bring in some citizens that have done very well in various aspects of business in their lives, and we put us together and converse. How do we attract investment into Njikoka? How does Njikoka become an investment destination for them that are from Njikoka and from outside Njikoka? Building the business, create the enabling business environment so that you can invest in Njikoka, and they can also advise the local government which areas they really need to get interested and partner with you to make sure that business is growing in Njikoka. We just have a proposal on my table here. It is the proposed timber market. Could you really move? And they came here, we talked. I'm saying, okay, if you drive around Oka, Amobia, then you see a lot of artisan shops causing environmental pollution. Either they are furniture makers or they are welders or stuff like that. I'm saying, okay, why not make that place even like an international furniture market?
Yes.
So that all these furniture that you see along the road, we have a market concentration.
Yes.
And that's what we're looking at, and we're trying to talk with the state government to just help us say, you furniture people, you know what, you don't like the coffin makers. Go to this market and concentrate yourself there. So that way stimulate the economy of that area, and also help to protect and save the environment. So these are what we're doing in that area, and this is just because our projects, our programs, our policies are centered on the people. We let the people take the drive in our developmental projects. We put the people first, so they become part of the decision planning, decision making, and then it will become easier for them to execute that projects. Because when you're part of a planning, the execution becomes very easy.
Yes.
So we let development be driven from the bottom to the top, not from the top to the bottom. So the people that decide this is where they want this career will put it, and we put our heads together and we look at all the factors and see, oh, this thing you want, do you really want it? This place you want it to be, how do we, if we put it there, we need to safeguard it, we will be able to have access to it. We don't want the situation where you go outside the project in one bush, one wilderness, nobody is accessing it, and it is kept there, and that's the end of the project. No, that era is gone. Now everything has to be well thought out, because the resources to even do the projects are not there. So the little resources that we have, we want to make sure that we manage it and manage very well, and so that people begin to see the immediate benefit of the solution agenda that we are trying to provide.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Thank you viewers for watching. We'll have a short break now and we'll meet you soon. Coming back on local government's perspective on Brandedge TV, I am still your favorite host, Ogendi. Okay, so back to our question. How do you plan to support and improve agriculture in Njikoka local government area?
The government has invested so much in agriculture. Going on this stage is what I would consider an agricultural revolution never seen before, except maybe the time of M.I. Omara.
Okay.
The government has been able to bring in a lot of seedlings, coconut and palm seedlings that have been distributed to high schools. Njikoka received over 50,000 to 60,000 seedlings of coconut and palm. If this is going to the ground in the next 3 years,
Wow.
I bet you Anambra will become one of the biggest producers and exporters of palm and coconut extension products.
Okay.
And we are an agrarian economy, and we're introducing new seedlings and doing soil testings to see what new seedlings that can also be planted here. I even have become used to importing cucumber from the north, import carrots from the north. These things can grow here. But getting used to importing onions from the north. With the right soil, we can have all these things also here, produced here. So what I'm trying to say is that we are engaging, our agricultural department is engaging with the rural farmers in a way for improving their agriculture to make sure that the production this year in agriculture yield better results than we normally will have it. So our agricultural projects are ongoing, and we also sensitizing the farmers that you can actually have a better yield with organic farming instead of using a nutrient fertilizer. Okay. And they're beginning also to key into it. These are gradual processes that we are marching on. We are getting there. We are very determined in everything that we touch our hands to make sure that the impact of the people are positive. And like I said, I can't thank Governor Soludo enough for all he has been doing in terms of agriculture and the revolution that he just started. You may not understand it, you may not know it, but that's a very huge leap. And the economic benefits will be very, very much, very massive by the time all the things are yielding results. Okay. And it's not going to take a long time, it's going to take the kingdom come. Yeah. Because most of the seedlings are perennial seedlings that in 2-3 years they have started producing. So,
okay. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your time. As you mark 1 year in office, what do you have to say to the people of Njikoka local government area?
Yeah, it has been an interesting 1 year, and it has been 1 year of work. And we have been doing all we can to ensure that we change people's perception of governance. Because when we came in, people's trust on the governance system was quite low. People are no longer believing that government can protect them, that government can do the things that government needed to do. And we begin to change that perception by beginning our community engagements and begin to reintroduce those things that government used to do that government never did. And also, we have looked at the condition of the government before we came in. It was in a very dilapidated condition. Most of the offices were leaking roofs and many things were damaged. And in terms of that, we've been doing very well on rebuilding the infrastructure that we met on ground. If you go to the council hall, you can see the ongoing work there. The IC center was completely vandalized. We are also rebuilding it back so that we can use that as a skill and acquisition center and not the ICT center. We have the copper sludge that we are everything was here. Offices were detected. Most of us had no furniture, and even myself, when I came in here, there was no place for me to sit as a chairman. We have to bring back all these things and get the place together, and that's where we are. I cannot tell people to be patient, and we're getting there. We understand the challenges people are facing and their frustrations with the society and the economy, and also the fact that they expect that a new government to be able to change a lot of things in their lives. But if this is coming slow, I want you to understand that nobody possesses a magic wand to say, let there be sun and there will be sun, and let there be moon and there will be moon. It's just all the other process that we are undertaking, and with little patience and more hard work and cooperation and peace in our society and security of lives and properties, we strongly believe that Njikoka will be a better place, and that Njikoka will not just be a mantra, It's a reality that we all need to see. And I want to thank the people so far for the cooperation they have given us. I thank the traditional rulers of Njikoka for their support. I thank the time PGs for their support. I thank the traders, the market women for their love and support. I thank them also for demonstrating their love for the government when they voted for our two House of Assembly members to return back as APCA candidates in the last election. And I'll still count on their support in the upcoming seasons. And as we go into the voyage next year, next 2 years, next 3 years, that their support for the government will continue, because without their support, we won't be able to achieve all our accomplished. So we thank the people of Njikoka, and I promise them that moving forward will be better for all of us. Thank you.
This brings us to the end of the program today. Thank you very much for watching. Please do not forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to all the social media handles. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Brandedge TV, Facebook Brandedge TV. Our website is www.brandedge.tv. Also follow us on Instagram on Brandedge TV. Thank you very much. I still remain your best host, Brandedge. Bye.